Welcome back, everybody, to Gizzy's Reads, where the rhythm is real, poetry is personal. I'm your host, Gizzy, sharing my journey one verse at a time. Each episode, I'll read original poems straight from the heart, some raw, some reflective, all unapologetically me. Whether you're here to feel, heal, or just vibe, you're in the right place. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, we talked about some me poems last episode, poems about who I am and who I want to be, who I'm trying to be, and all that stuff. Today, as you can see, it's love letters and lessons. I don't have any lessons for you unless you take them from my poems, but I got a lot of different love letters um, to go over. I'm definitely a what's the word? A romantic, hopeless romantic when it comes to my writing. I love me a good love poem. Reading, writing it, hearing it doesn't matter. It just because you can feel the emotion in the poem, you know how that person feels about who they wrote about. I mean, it's with everything, but I don't know, something about love poems that just a hit. All right. So the first one we're gonna go into, it's called Invisible. This was actually my first love poem I wrote to someone who inevitably didn't see me, apparently. But we'll talk about that later. And so it's called Invisible. You don't exist. You're a shadow on the wall. Your voice goes through their ears. They don't answer when you call. You don't exist. It's tearing you apart. Wherever you find the light, you get thrown into the dark. You don't exist, so you just stop talking. They forget you were there, so by yourself you start walking. You don't exist, so they push you away. You open your heart that they'll see you one day. You don't exist is what is in your mind, but you exist to someone, and they are not hard to find. You do exist, and this one thing is true. You exist to someone, and they're right in front of you. Um, I'll just go out and say this is for my first girlfriend. Serious girlfriend. And I should have known that it wasn't gonna work out based off of what I'm about to tell y'all. But she was into a couple of guys in our friend group who were older than us, and they were just like, "Nah, we're good, not interested." But the whole time I'm like, "Yo, I'm interested, fam. What's up?" Um, so I wrote her this because she was feeling down, and we got together for a bit, and then yeah, that was that. She's married with kids in Tennessee or some shit. I don't know. And I'm married with a kid in Florida. So, it worked out for the best. But again, I love me a good love poem. I'll write those all day for sure. This next poem though is one for the books. Um, this was for a competition that I actually got gold in on the All Poetry website that my poems published on. It's called On the Floor. The prompt was an erotic poem. So yeah, here we go. On the floor. Your shirt's on the floor, my tie's on the door. The neighbors are annoyed because they hear you screaming more. My shoes are in the garbage, your socks are on the bed. I take off your pants, your thong is red. I loosen my belt, then slide off my jeans. You take off your bra and tell me to be mean. The neighbors are annoyed because they hear you screaming more. My tie's on the door, your shirt's on the floor. Can't remember the prompt. I'm actually trying to find it now. I think this is it. Yeah, it's a take your clothes off contest. I'll read the prompt. I'm curious as to what the prompt will inspire. No more than 40 lines, no one under the age of 16. Be creative, be spontaneous, and I'll close the contest after 10 entries. Yeah, that one got me the gold. I am shocked. There were some pretty good poems. I'm not gonna read any of them because, it's not about them, it's about me. But the next one is not an erotic poem, it's a love poem. Once again, I actually don't remember who this one I wrote for, if I even wrote this for anybody. I think I might have just been writing it. This is a, oh, okay, I remember this. Okay, I remember this. I remember this. This one I wrote as a proposal to my future wife, whoever she may be. Um, again, back in 2007. It's called Your Presence. Your presence is like a breath of air that flows deep into my soul. Your presence keeps my heart warm, though my mind says be cold. Your presence is soothing, like that of a river flowing through the earth. Your presence is like a mother's touch when she first gives birth. Your presence is like God's hand when he created Adam and Eve. Your presence is like no one else's. Its effects you won't believe. Your presence is a gift, and I'll cherish it all my life. Your presence will last forever if you would be my wife. Like I said, 2007, I was a junior in high school. Uh, April 2007. Yeah, I was a junior in high school. It was at the end of my junior year. Right, stuff like this. Well, I'm writing a proposal to someone who I don't even know yet. Come on, hopeless romantic, indeed. No, I didn't write this for a contest or anything either. But this next one, did I write this for a contest? I did write this for a contest. It didn't win. It didn't win, but I did write this one for a contest as well. Also an erotic poem. You know what? We're going to read the prompt for you. Before we get into it, it's a contest dedicated to formidable and very naughty Edna Sweetlove. They got linked there. I'm not going to look up the link. And it says, I want any or all of these naughty, vulgar, funny dedications to Edna, titillating. There are enough zany poets out there to make this a stonking contest worthy of the great Edna. So come on, give me your best. Edna kindly donated the points for this contest, so it would be a nice gesture to go and read some of her great poems and pass the link on to other poets so that they don't miss out on her outrageousness. All right, I guess I will save the link for y'all. Go ahead, copy. All right. Okay, now I'll go ahead and put that link to read her poems and see her site in the description below, so you guys can read. But we'll go ahead and get started. This is all over. As she touches my skin, I shiver. Her hands are cold as snow. As I lay her down, I hear a moan. Then the lust between us grows. We roll around under the sheets before the action begins. I touch her body and look for signs to let me in. She screams my name and grabs hold of my hands, saying never let me go. It gets more intense, then we start to flow. From there, we go to the kitchen, where I have her on the table. She bites her lip and tries to scream, but she is not able. The kitchen table is shaking, so we move onto the floor. She says to stop, but when I do, she grabs my length for more. We end up back in bed, waking up the next day. She looks me in the eyes and says, "That was a good honeymoon day." It's a, I mean, I can see why I didn't win, you know, like, there's a lot of good entries. And it was three contests. I only read the one that I remember because I don't remember the other two entries. So, yeah, doesn't matter. Um, but it's not my best work. I don't write erotic poems very well, just because I don't know. I just don't. I'm weird, I guess. But I don't have a whole lot of those. I think I just have the two, maybe a third one somewhere out there. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the next one. The next one is called Frozen Words. And you'll understand probably the exact reason I wrote this when I read it. When we're face to face, I can never say the things I feel every hour of every day. I recite this poem to tell you how I feel, to tell you things a normal conversation would not reveal. You're in my mind all day and all night. You're probably thinking, this can't be right. This love for you can't be wrong. I've waited to tell you how I feel for so long. Here's my chance, so I read you these words. Your voice is like that of a baby bird's. Your eyes attract me from across the room. Your smile clears my day of all its gloom. When I see your hair, it shines like gold. When I touch your skin, it's you I want to hold. These words are true and have never been spoken. You're my special lady and my number one token. Um, this was about the same girl that I wrote that first poem about, Invisible, right before stabbing me in my soul. Got a few more. We got Love Hurts next. If you hear me laughing, my wife and daughter are in the other room playing, and I can hear them talking. So that's why I'm laughing. But this one's called Love Hurts. Being hurt is part of loving someone. I can't seem to heal. New scars cover my old ones before they get a chance to seal. I keep my distance so love won't hurt me once more. I grab the key to my heart. I close and lock the door. If you get too close to someone you love and it's time to say goodbye, when you wait for the day to say hello again, you find out that they have died. The hurt you feel is so intense, you deny the fact that they are gone. It hits one day, and then you realize they left you all alone. Your tears start flowing because their love won't love again. You can only wish they lived longer together. Your lives could end. Uh, there's a lot going on. I lost a couple of friends that year, uh, old and young, a few friends actually, 2007. And it just got to a point where I was pretty much just broken. Like, what's that vampire show called Vampire Diaries? I just wanted to turn off my humanity. It was so bad. My heart was just broken. And that was, I want to say, right after um, first real girlfriend broke my heart. There was a lot going on that year. And I don't know, it was rough times, rough times. But this poem definitely explains why I'm a cut off person, why I'm a hermit, because I'm tired of getting hurt. not just by, you know, or not just romantically, but in general. You know, 90% of my friends have moved out of state. I don't really know, well, I don't say I can't know my family. I don't talk to a whole lot of my family. That's on me. I could reach out, but again, I have my reasons. All right, and we got two more. So this next one, if you didn't know, I love you. This one was a 2010 poem after I graduated. Ooh, boy, so this one was, I was like in there. Some say they never know who they want in their lives. I'd say I'd rather have you than anyone else by my side. Proposal is a thought, saying yes is the action, but just hearing your ringtone brings me lasting satisfaction. We've had our hard times in our time apart, but in all that time, you stayed in my heart. We have our differences, we have our similarities. We are on a rocky road. We can't stumble to our knees. Hold our ground, rocky or steady, to defend at all times. My heart will be steady. Sorry, my heart will be ready. Show me your love, I'll give you mine. You know I love you, but I had to put it in a rhyme. Try not to cry or shed any tears. I'll always be here to chase away your fears. Take my hand, the pedestal is here. I put you above all. You keep my vision clear. I mean when I say the future is unclear, but I'm worried about now, how to keep you near. I know exactly who that was for. We're not going to mention any names. Um, but yeah, I definitely wrote that for a girlfriend at the time. We went through some issues religiously. Things got a little rocky, but in the end, it just wasn't going to work out. So I needed things. Despite what I wrote here, I still ended things because when you know, you know, and you know it's not going to work out. You know it's not going to work out. She's a great, great girl, dope, funny, all that good stuff. Just wasn't my lifetime partner, and I realized that. Sorry. All right, and our last one we have is regrets. I guess I do have some lessons. Told ya. All right. I regret the day I met you, the day you stole my heart, the day you left me hanging. You can't finish what you start. I tried to keep my cool, but one thing led to another. But don't worry about me. There will be others. Keep your head high, look right over me, because at this point, you're someone I don't want to see. I said my goodbyes, thrown away my reminders. I've got my hater blockers, I've got all my blockers. You showed up one day, the next you were gone. The pain I felt didn't last very long. I told you I would be here, waiting for the time when I could say I'm yours and you can say you're mine. My patience has reached its end, your time running low. I often think to myself, why did she go? I regret not being there, not showing you my love. I don't regret this poem or all of the above. I had no idea who this was about. Um, I have no idea who this is about. I mean, it might have been about the first girl, 2010. I don't know. Clearly, I was hurt. I was distraught and I was brokenhearted. I'm actually in the middle of writing a new one right now. Can't tell y'all anything about it because see it when it comes out. Maybe I'll share it with you, maybe I won't. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But you'll find the links to all these poems in the description below. Thanks for listening to Gizzy's Reads. Today's poem spoke to you, any of them, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, or share it with someone who you feels needs those words. You can connect with me on Facebook, Gizzy Heals, Instagram, Gizzy Heals 89. I'm sorry, Facebook Gizzy Heals 89. Everything's Gizzy Heals 89. Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, all of it. Till next time, stay grounded, stay faithful, stay grateful, and always, always speak your truth. Peace out.